Here we go!
Get that last no-scope kill and hit pause. It's time for the video game podcast where the Konami code is alive and well. The console wars don't exist. Rings are just as valuable as coins. Pots are not safe from swords. Giant robots kick out.
Y'all, I seriously almost started that show with Super Gamer Bros. I was like, okay, I'm ready for this. Wait, we're not doing that tonight. I have to laugh. Hey everyone, welcome to Fanservice. It's Wednesday. We're having some fun tonight.
Everybody's just being silly.
Oh, yeah, it's been a week. Hi everyone, I'm Gavin, joined by...
I'm Harley.
I'm Pocky.
And we're your Fanservice hosts. And I was on the complete wrong show schedule, so yeah, sorry about that, y'all. Welcome to Fanservice. We're going to be talking about some Star Wars stuff, some reboot stuff, some anime stuff, and some Harry Potter stuff tonight. We're just going to have lots of fun, so let's just get caught up with everyone real quick. Harley, what did you do this week?
I got a cry-cut machine, or Cricut, and I'm making vinyl stickers with that thing.
Ooh.
You're making your house more and more better to go to and never leave? Like, for real.
Right? Nobody ever wants to leave my house.
Yeah.
She's building a compound. Eventually it'd just be a nerd place, and then they go.
If we did that, we bought like a cul-de-sac and a whole street, and we all just lived there, and we had like the whole house of crafting, the whole house of studio, like just craziness.
It'd be great.
I would kill all of you.
I'm building the dream. Yeah, I would. I'd murder you.
I would kill all of you.
I'd have brisket and cookies. You guys wouldn't want to kill me because I have brisket and cookies.
Oh, we'll still kill you.
Yeah, no.
We're vicious bastards.
When I can cook my own brisket and bake my own cookies, yeah, no, I'll still kill a motherfucker.
Like, your cookies don't matter, Pocky.
My cookies are what matters.
Well, I'm the one who makes the special cookies at the house, so y'all would probably not kill me.
Yeah, you make the special cookies. I don't eat the special cookies.
Jill does, so she would keep you from killing me. Well, even though I don't actually make it. You're not a necromancer. That's not how it works. All right, Pocky, what have you been doing this week?
I don't know anymore. It's been a weird, I work.
Me too.
Yeah, I work, and I've become obsessed with finding demos on the Switch. I just found out there are four lesbian visual novels on the Switch.
Lesbian visual novels,
yeah.
You said?
Yeah. There's more. There's more.
Lesbian or
out from one company. So, yeah, apparently there's an entire LGBT visual novel community attached to the Switch, and I'm like, I want my lesbian visual novel series. That sounds fun.
Did you actually make one?
I could make one.
I mean, it can be no worse than the Kentucky Fried Chicken dating sim.
I really wish they'd let us know.
Then Kevin vanished.
Poof!
I'm the host now.
Oh, you wish.
Wow, somehow I just disappeared there for a second. It's
you just went poof.
Yeah, I just went poof because I turned off my camera on accident, apparently. Sorry.
But other than that, just some more P5. I found out that the company that made all the Metal Hero franchises, the thing that would basically VR Troopers is based off of, and Kikamon and a couple other series. They're slowly putting their entire catalog on YouTube, and that means I've gotten some serious 60s all the way up to 90s Sentai style superhero stuff going on.
Hey, Sophie.
Super nice.
Yeah.
I got the whole set of the Alien RPG stuff in now, and I'm starting to understand the mechanics behind it, and I really can't wait to play a game of that. I think it should be a lot of fun. I got mad at Harley this week because I used to be able to go visit Mike when he was on our island, and she's completely shut all that down. I'm like, I've got fruit to sell, woman. I just want to buy. She's like, nope, you're not coming to my island.
That's okay. My turnips were at $5.80 today.
Mine are expected to be that way Thursday afternoon because I have Turnip Profit on my phone. So I've just kind of been watching.
Was it Forbes or who did a news story recently about how Animal Crossing teaches people the stock market trade and
yeah,
be a reflection of
Yep.
Yeah.
How are you going to
people are playing the stock market with turnips.
How are you going to have your turnips so high in that open island for me to come play? Come on now, Harley. Sure, the
Because
love.
I'm a dick. Because I am reorganizing and rebuilding. I completely leveled everything to the ground, and I'm redoing the island.
See, I started my island knowing the infrastructure I was going to go with. All I do is come and sell and buy. I don't move anything. I don't steal anything. Although I think I did steal some black roses from me the first day. I think I picked some. Yeah.
I got. So I checked this morning, and I had gold roses for the first time.
Oh, I got to figure all that stuff out because I've got some great. Anyways, I've been playing a lot of Animal Crossing.
Oh, I have also. Sorry.
Yeah, what?
I also got obsessed recently with playing around with, as a time killer with me and my wife, Golf with Your Friends on Steam. It's a miniature golf. It's a miniature golf game. It's not
like with dinosaurs and windmills.
I know Ben plays. Yeah, Ben plays it.
So it's like real putt-putt.
No.
Yeah.
It's like putt-putt, except if it was like, hey, we're just a video game. So
online.
Whatever we want. Like they have one based
online putt-putt.
Yeah, you must be really bored.
It's a lot of fun. It's also like $5, so
So this week was Star Wars Day, May the 4th, and it was lots of fun because
and Revenge of the 5th.
And Revenge of the 5th. There was a lot more happening for Star Wars Day than Alien Day, considering the fact it's quarantine.
The fact that one's owned by Disney and wants to market the hell out of it, and the other one is owned by Disney and doesn't want to market the hell out of it. Well,
I thought that their news stories about Takiti, whatever his name is, making the movies fun. I loved the series finale of Clone Wars. That was one of the best episodes of anything I've ever watched. So much so that my brother actually talked to me about it. That's how good it was. I know,
Star
right?
Wars.
Did you let that happen?
Yeah, and I was this close. Let me pull it up.
Other way.
I was this close to buying this, and I may still, but I was just completely enamored with this thing. Let me make it a big picture. How do I make it a big picture? Here we go. Because Barbie released a bunch of Star Wars Barbie.
Barbie fashion, Star Wars.
I did see the Star Wars Barbies.
There's a Darth Vader one.
I saw those on the floor. Yes, there is a Darth Vader Barbie.
Yeah, I was this close to ordering this, but I was on the phone with a friend all Monday because at 11:30 in the morning, I got the email from Build-A-Bear saying, get in the virtual queue to buy the Build-A-Bear Baby Yoda. I was like, okay, this is the one I want. Somebody to get there. So she and I both got in the queue a half hour ahead of time. Then to realize that when they put you in the actual queue, they randomize you. So if someone just got there 2 minutes before and they were before me, they probably were before me because I got really pissed. I waited 3 hours to buy this thing, y'all. Did you do it too?
I got one.
I did too.
I got one.
It was like 3 hours, and I was like, it's $60. Can I get it? No, it's fully.
I waited 20 minutes.
Oh, I'm so mad at you because we got in the queue at 11:30. Noon it put us all in a random line, and it was 2:30 before I got to go in and buy it. And I was like, I waited 3 hours for this bitch. I'm buying it. You were so lucky that you just had 20 minutes. See, I thought that was kind of jacked up because when I read the line that says we will randomly shuffle you into a virtual buy queue, like that's not right. What about the people who are wait?
It's revenge for having to wait for my Chemical Romance tickets.
Oh my God! Well, it looked awesome. I'm super excited to get it. I cannot wait for it to show up.
Kevin, you also have to remember that it stops people who want this not to so much own, but to
Resell it for
like
ridiculous amount.
Well, I mean, it was limited to one per person. It comes with all the bells and whistles. You don't have any option. Like, I do not need the little cardboard hut. You could have saved yourself $1.
Yeah.
But it was one of those, you know. And Terry didn't even get the email. I just sent her mine, and she's on Build-A-Bear's thing. So I don't know how they sent it out, but I got it. And she didn't. And we sat there all day and waited for that thing to pop up. Like, she was after me. Like, it was just crazy. So I had lots of fun with that.
It's kind of like I got the weird Doctor Who one too. That
see, I want to get that one at some point in time if it ever comes back. But like, I'm so mad that I missed the Jack Skellington one. I want to buy that one at eBay.
See, I didn't go for those. I knew I wasn't gonna get one.
Well, I don't know when Build-A-Bear became so crazy with their stuff, but yeah.
So, when I had to drive across 4 state lines to get a goddamn Toothless.
It became a very thing of itself when they realized the nerd market will buy anything as long as you attach their franchise to it.
Well, see, here's the thing. I had the original one that Hasbro announced pre-order on Amazon. That was like $25, and it had like this weird looking head, so I didn't want it, and I canceled it. And when I went to the store the other day, I saw it in the store, and it's ugly in person. Like, it's not a stuffed animal; it's just like some weird thing. Yeah. But at least the Build-A-Bear one looks cute, you know. I'm not. It's apples to apples.
Build-A-Bear has always made their product really good quality. They've always made it look
and
like
they're precious.
Look like, and they're expensive for it.
I need to find the Ursula costume, and I need to find a purple bear to put in it.
I know. So, like I said, I drove across 4 state lines when the Toothless first came out. We've now, to be fair, we were already driving across the state lines. We just happened to stop at every damn mall we passed to get it.
That's some dedication right there. Like, I'm driving to Colorado to get my Toothless.
Well, we were already driving to Mississippi for a convention. So we literally just stopped at every mall we saw to see if we could get one. We finally got one in Mississippi.
Well,
so it was
there, which I absolutely love. Robin got me the Sonic the Hedgehog for my birthday, and I have the original Darth Vader one. That's it for my Build-A-Bear collection. Like, I don't think about it.
Jill has. I bought all of the Star Wars bears for Jill. I have the Joker and the Harley Quinn that they put out. I have Belle and the Beast. What else do I have? I have a lot of the animals that were the original ones. I got Toothless. He was the only one I got for How to Train Your Dragon. Yeah. But yeah, no. Anytime I typically see something I like, I go purchase the bear.
See, I always see it later on. Like I want to make the Elsa bear. I know I want to do that, and they still have that stuff all around crazy. But it's like the weird ones. Like, I had no idea they did a whole Disney villains line. It was Cruella, which looks amazing because she's wearing a puppy coat.
Oh yeah.
Captain.
Yeah, it's cute.
Like, how did I miss that? Like, I just don't pay attention. So I get these random emails from them from time to time, and I'm like, okay, yeah.
See, I went after the Pokemon for a while, and I didn't get the original Eevee, but when a friend of mine moved, she literally left her entire storage shed full, and she was like, "Hey, whatever you want, go in there and get it." So I went in there, and she had all of the Eevees. So I just took all the Eevees.
Yeah, I was gonna do the Jigglypuff one, but I bought that life-size Jigglypuff that's sitting over there staring at me. I was like, "You're not gonna top that." And
you don't need that.
They're doing something with Stitch coming up, and I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I'm trying to avoid letting Jill see that at all.
I've already seen it, so I'm going to really wonder, because I have a Stitch from the Disney store that I love, but Stitch is, my jam.
Yeah, it's hers too. We had to have her custom made onesie. So
I don't go that far.
I'm trying to avoid the Stitch. I'm trying to avoid letting her see anything.
As vengeance for that video you guys sent me the other day. Was it you or her that sent me that video? I was at work. I was like, my eyes are bleeding. Y'all, just what's wrong with y'all?
I like that one video I shared to everybody. The group Real Folk Blues. That was nice.
The Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah.
So
actually had Yoko Kanno in it.
I was laughing because you guys actually had a lot of anime stories this week. And yeah, I was laughing because you guys have a lot of anime stories this week. And I went to look at that video and I thought,
I'm all about the anime.
how sad is it? It only has 200,000 views, but there's shit out there that's got like bajillions of views, and they're not doing anything worthwhile. Man, it just makes me really sorry for this generation.
Yeah, it's because the new age anime kids are like into the basic bitch animes, and they're total weebs, and they can't even imagine Cowboy Bebop being anything that cool.
What do you consider a basic bitch
Who
anime?
doesn't love Space Corgi?
So what she's referring to is so I always take basic bitch anime is basically you will only watch whatever is currently in season. If someone says, "Hey, have you watched Cowboy Bebop?" as an example, which is like a really good anime, they'll go, "No, that's older than I am, so no." They won't watch anything.
It's like my thing is so. I took Mike to Acon a couple years ago, and I was shocked. So I hadn't done an anime convention since 2015. I took him in 2017, and it shocked me completely to realize how many animes I didn't know what the fuck they were.
Yeah,
I was like, I don't know what half this shit is.
There's a lot.
Like, I got really excited. I got super excited when I pulled up and like walking across the street were these pristine, beautiful blood elves. And I was like, oh, that's something I know. And like there was a whole bunch of Avengers and Thanos and stuff, but we were legitimately shocked. We didn't know what half the characters were.
So
and I was like, I don't know what any of this shit is.
And the thing is,
and it was all new age basic bitch.
Well, it's not. It's they refuse to watch older stuff, and so yeah, it's.
Well, that's just the way.
It's not even just the older stuff. They watch what's popular. So like a lot of the My Hero Academia stuff, or back to Boruto, but it was a lot of stuff that was the standard.
Like
it was all what is popular now.
Tsunami. That's what it used to be called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was basically, if it was on Toonami, they knew what it was.
Yeah, and so
like,
but
I saw a lot of Dragon Ball Z, My Hero Academia, but there wasn't anything like new. Or I guess it was new because it's newer for me, but it's not. It wasn't like hardcore animes. It was like, okay, this anime has 13 episodes. Here, check this out.
Well, before we talk about this new convention, I have something to share from anime that I discovered today. I like what I like, and I like some old stuff, but apparently Evangelion's getting into the PC business. Look at this badass shit they're making. Like the Avas. Like, I can't tell if you're excited for me or you're mad because I love Evangelion. But look at that.
How good!
I hate it so much.
I figured by the way you gave me that look, but I was super excited.
So
I hate it so much.
Eva is I am not a fan of Eva. I like that the manga creator apparently did a better ending, and apparently there was another thing. I hate that there's going to be a new edition of it. I hate that ADV banked everything in their capital to basically make Evangelion their biggest property, and to the point of bankrupting the company to make a movie happen.
Well, I like most of the first series. I like the redo movies. I really like the redo movies. I wish they could do a live action movie, but I can't watch the regular series anymore. I just watch the movies. That's where I'm at.
It's it's sad. It's on my anime shelf because it's something we wanted a convention, but it's like I hate it so much.
I like
it got real crazy real quick.
No,
I mean, there's a lot of animes that get real crazy real quick that I still like.
But the fact that there's still an Evangelion yearly calendar that gets released, and the fact that
it's crazy.
It's the almost coming of age. Are you an emo kid? You want to watch anime? Here's Eva.
Well, I know the movie's coming soon, so I'll be set. But yeah, what is Funimation Con?
Okay, Funimation Con. I have my notes somewhere. It's right in front of me. It's the return of the note sheet.
It's free.
So So Funimation Con is a virtual con that Funimation is putting on since every anime convention in the U.S. has been canceled this year due to coronavirus. It is a special thank you for 25 years of fandom and everything. So it is going to be July 3rd and 4th. It's a 2-day stream of cosplay meetups, industry panels, Q&A sessions, voice actor stuff. It's just there to be fun and entertaining for the general public that everything was canceled on.
I think that, I mean, I like the fact everything's going virtual. I know Otherworlds Austin did virtual Star Wars Day. They did a virtual Let's Watch that John versus Future Self with Q&A.
Actually,
South by did a bunch of sessions online. They did the Amazon thing. Like, it's weird and fun to see how people are adapting to that. There's technology we could do this, but it's missing that personality factor. Like, I will probably be watching some of the
Yeah.
But for me,
I'm definitely going to watch the Funimation stuff, but it was sad.
Yeah, it's like, I know everything is canceled, everything is closed. I'm playing with stickers, by the way. But it's
stickers.
It's. I hope it gets back to at least convention-wise the way it used to be. But it'll be interesting to see if it actually does.
It should by next year. Right now, yeah, people make too much damn money on cons to not bring them back. I mean, a lot of people have already announced they're coming back next year, so it's fine.
Yeah, but hopefully it's not every weekend, because there's like, you could drive 5 minutes to hit a convention every weekend. Like,
I love that. No, that's perfect. It keeps my schedule great.
I guess if you're going to vend, maybe, but I think it's thinning out the masses of who can go to what, because convention used to be a big thing that you would go to and just experience. Now it's less like going to a flea market almost. Like, some of these.
That's why I go.
Yeah,
I go for the attention. I am a cosplayer. I'm not going to spend 8 hours putting a costume on and not have anybody not pay attention to me.
Well,
that's what I am. Oh wait, no, hang on. As a term of Gryffindor, I do it because if I don't get the attention, I'm going to die.
So the thing is, like, cons have always had a bit of flea market to it. I mean, I remember going to a con and a couple other ones where it's like,
hold on,
I'm getting some bootleg audio soundtracks.
What cons were you looking forward to?
Dragon Con.
Oh,
I was going to do Dragon Con, San Diego Comic Con this year. We were going to go back to A-Con, Anime Fest. Yeah, this was going to be the return of God mode this year. And with it canceled, we just can't do it. We were my beloved QuakeCon. How am I supposed to get my giant cases of balls?
That's definitely, and in Pocky, I figured for you mostly it's ChupacabraCon.
No,
mine was ChupacabraCon. I was thinking of hitting an Anime Con. I was going to start doing some cosplay and go with Brad and them with the Casa group to the Heroes of Texas to go do some of that stuff. I have my panel and I'm trying to go to some more con. Okeshi Con, the I think that's it.
I had a table there.
Yeah, Okeshi Con.
I had a table for that.
We should all go to an anime convention because I've written those off for so.
Do it, Gavin.
I would
Just
go
do it.
We should all go. Like, we need to pick one and we'll all
Shut up
go.
and get in the car, Gavin. Yep, shut up and get in the car, Gavin.
You're not.
The problem is you're an old man.
We're going out.
Yeah, the problem is you're like old man style sometimes. You're like, what's in this kid dressed up the way they are? I'm leaving.
No. It's more than that. The last
So
one
we tell him to shut up and get in the car.
I liked Stand Japan for a while, but then when I saw the escalator of underage Nickos with free hug signs acted completely fucking weird, I was like, I'm done.
That's normal.
I know that's normal, but
welcome to con.
But there's a different culture in anime cons than there is in anything else.
Yeah.
So I went to anime cons back in the day when Pedo Bear was a thing.
Yeah, so did I.
Back in the day when there used to be Pedo Bear.
I remember, like, I'll make the joke. I was going to anime cons when there was more than 3 anime companies.
True.
For AC anime in the United States. But
I've been going to cons since 2000.
You can say the same thing with like a game role playing game convention or tabletop gaming convention / or a video game convention. They all have.
There is not that weird pervy underlying.
No, there's not.
No, but I'm saying just as overall
perpetrated for RPG games.
I mean, I used to be one of those underage neckos with the frock signs.
You know,
so when Naruto first came out and they did the sexy no jutsu, I was one of those girls that put on a bodysuit and like glued like fuzz balls just in the appropriate areas.
I think it's just like it's a fest. It has its thing. Yeah, there's some perviness attached to it, but at the same time, there's genuine like some people having a lot of fun. People are just having conversations.
True. But when a convention becomes overrun with that perviness, like I've seen some of them do, I'm done. But because anime is more than that.
But the thing is,
I mean, nowadays conventions you can't even walk around with a sign because it's considered panhandling.
Yeah, you can't. Those days are gone. The free hugs
free hugs. It's panhandling. It's panhandling now.
Yeah.
Amber Weavers.
Okay.
Much for the same reason they stopped it was the same reason was like because they were losing the older anime fans. The older anime fans are coming to the conventions to have fun, and they're like, I have 13-year-olds coming up to me like in fairly interesting outfits trying to hug me, and I'm like, this is how I can lose a job.
Sorry, I need an adult. Like just like looking around. Yeah, I think
I would say if you wanted to do one, Okeshi Con would be kind of interesting because it's the anime Lolita Con. So you get the Lolitas.
I hate.
Harley, you have a question.
Dude, the lollies are like 10 times worth. Oh, what have I cosplayed? I do Ceres Victoria from Hellsing. I've done the Sexy no Jutsu Naruto. I've done Hinata. I did Jill and I do the twins from The Shining. We do Pyramid Head and Alyssa. We have Sylvanas and Alexstrasza. Jesus, I have done a lot of cosplay over the years.
I'm trying to work on
I'm building a new secret cosplay now. So, lots of cosplay.
I'll have to come see what the secret is.
No, you have to guess what the secret is.
Well, I'm really, really mad because I want to come to your house anyways. As I would just kind of find when it's safe to go down there.
It's fine. It's fine to come down.
Okay. And I don't have to work on weekends. I just got to come down and just play at your house for a while, like for real. I got fabric to bring down there for our new series and all sorts of shit. I was like, I've just been collecting. And I got really mad because my 3D printer's on back order. I found it this week, and it's going to be at some point in time. I'm kind of tied into it. And I was like, all I want to do is print the fucking Castle Grayskull dice tower. That's all I want to do for years. And I'm still sitting here waiting going, oh, God.
I want to do Charming.
And mine's just sitting over in the corner, sitting there.
Yeah, I know. I'm so mad at you.
I want to do Charming from Black Clover. From that's my cosplay.
We just did.
I'll try to do it with a.
We just
did
Red Bull.
I want to do a puppet of the wolf, so it's like.
Jill just finished, or not finished, just finished. She's had it for a while. She has the bull's stupid logos, and then I made her a book, and and then she made herself a book satchel, and I made her a handmade book. So that's what her stupid thing was for a while.
Yeah, I want to do Charming because I just the wool fabric, the wool mage who actually has more power than that, and it's just kind of cool.
I have refused to watch it.
Okay, so I need you guys to just pick one that you think would be fun. Maybe it's A-Con, I don't know. And the three of us will go. And it'll be, how do I fit back into this anime convention scene? Because I can fit into all the conventions except for animes. I just don't get it. One of the last ones I went to was that one that happens here on New Year's. What is it?
I don't go to IkiCon.
Yeah, we don't go to.
Nope, I don't do IkiCon.
We went 1 year because my friends came up from San Antonio, and we're all huge Trigun fans. And there is this bizarre Vash the Stampede there, who was mean mugging us the whole time, and we almost got in a fight with him. Like, we were this close. Like, we were pretty drunk, mind you, but we were pretty this close.
Oh, yeah, I don't know how you would recognize anybody.
So conventions, Harley's gonna. I saw her clapping her hands, going, "I'm gonna screw you over here real quick."
No, we should
I'm planning. I'm plotting now. Fucking plotting now.
All right, so I want to talk about these reboots that were announced this week. Harley, they're rebooting Fraggle Rock.
I saw that, and I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know why. I don't know if Disney's gonna make it like a fucking weird animation, like they did with the Muppet Babies that I was not cool with, or what.
Well,
but
was always animated.
No, it's just the new animated Muppet Babies. I don't like new animation.
But see, that's the problem. All the kids, that's all they want to watch. We had Jim Hill on the show, and he told us these generations will not watch 2D animation. That's why Disney's doing all the live action shit. That's why we're getting all these reboots. They're not watching them. So Disney's catalog is done, which I think is incredibly stupid. Stupid. But he told us when we did that one episode of what happened to Disney, I think it was, when we had Jim Hill on. Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, Fraggle Rock is so well where it is. I don't understand why they're doing something new. This goes back to my problem.
How are you gonna do that? Like,
no, not.
I don't even know.
Not even branded Fraggle Rock. Make something new.
Okay.
I know. I was like, how are you gonna do that?
Okay. First off, new never sells, sir. We've gone through this before.
Fraggle Rock is so past the point of being something that people really recognize.
It was the 80s.
Yeah.
These kids are now adults.
I like occasionally. It's like occasionally I'll get like a hair up my ass and I'll put on the Fraggle Rock song in the car. But I mean, you can't.
But what I'm saying is, streaming services approved. If you get an old 80s property and just update it a little bit, people will watch it. AKA the 5 seasons of She-Ra as an example.
Okay.
Have you seen the Horrible Muppets? They canceled it.
Yeah. So She-Ra is a prime example of how you could have done something original that created something for a new generation to really latch onto instead of taking something old and modifying it.
Yeah,
like literally, they could have named that show something else, and people still would have fucking watched it.
Cartoon Network's doing new things with some of their things. I know Nickelodeon has a few in the pipeline, but you could have created something that wasn't already existed and created an entire new pop culture fandom from it. They had it. They had the style, they had the writers, they had all this, but they rebooted something that really didn't need to be rebooted.
Except it was, in my opinion.
Well, it is really good, but they could have given the characters different names. They could have done anything, and you wouldn't have had to put the name She-Ra on it. I mean, it still would have been fine as a show.
It would have been perfect, but for me, being such a He-Man fanatic, there's 2 parts to He-Man and She-Ra. They go together. And I love what they did with She-Ra. I love the inclusion. But I feel like it's robbing new generations of something new to latch onto, because if they go back like the old She-Ra, they're like, wait, what the fuck just happened?
We're watching models.
Well, it's like they got rid of. It's like they finished with Steven Universe and they finished Adventure Time, and they could have kept those stories going. The newer generations were fucking in love with Steven Universe.
Yeah,
why end it?
But that was new, and it gave a new thing to grab onto.
So the reason they ended it was because A, the creator said it was supposed to end at this point, and 2, you can like Seinfeld said, you can either end on top or you can end on the bottom.
Yeah,
it's better to end on top where everyone's like, oh, it's kind of sad that it's ending, versus, oh, thank God, Steven Universe it finally ended. It's been on for 12 years. Like, look at Supernatural. People were sad, kind of partially sad. Most people were like, thank God it finally ended, because it ended on. What?
Look at most animes. We're on like 900.
Well, except some of those
of Bleach, but like,
yeah, but
with
Bleach
like for me, that told me that Supernatural needed to end is when you had a crossover episode with fucking Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
What it should have ended.
That's when like you're done.
It should have ended when the creator said it ended, which was season 5. But see, Warner Brothers was.
See, I don't watch. I didn't ever watch it. So, but my thing is once you get a Scooby-Doo crossover episode, you're done.
Well, here's my other problem with taking the reboots and redoing them is you're robbing the imagination from people. There's nothing wrong with creating something new and creating new worlds and creating new fandoms. But if you keep rebooting, people are going to think that's the only type of creative outlet there is.
Well,
so
like for me, for something new, it's like for a 30-minute pilot episode for Has Been Hotel, there are almost 1 million fucking people creating OCs and going, we want more.
Yeah.
And it was a 30-minute fucking pilot episode that she hyped up for almost a year and a half.
But it is nothing to do with the creative side of everything. What we're looking at is if creative people have no say in the matter. Well, they do. Except the problem is the reason that it Has Been Hotel, the one is that the one with Hell, right?
Yes.
Okay. The reason that's on YouTube is because she couldn't get any network to sign off on it, even though it was completely good. It has
no, it wasn't that she couldn't get the network to sign up on it. She had multiple networks sign up for it. The problem was is she didn't know if that's what people wanted to watch.
But it's also part of the marketing departments. All these marketing, like who's really in charge is marketing departments. Marketing departments say, is it because the number one way you can get anything made is if you attach it to a previously existing franchise. Like look at some of the horror movies that are action movies that are name only. Like the Hellraiser, because we talked about Hellraiser. Hell's like 13 Hellraiser movies, but only 4 of them actually take place in the Hellraiser universe. The rest of them were scripts that got rewritten. So it has nothing to do with the creative outlet. There are plenty of people wanting to do that. It's the part is becoming is the marketing department going, well, is this based off a previous franchise? No, not really. Okay, we'll think about it.
So then do like they did with the hotel one. Put it online because that's where people are going. I don't even have live TV in my house.
Everybody's going online.
So go online and take those chances and inspire new generations. Like, I love the fact that I could share Spider-Man with my kid because I fucking love Spider-Man. But he doesn't have any new heroes to attach onto. It's the same set. They keep bringing back all of these things. And it's just like, let's stop and let's make something new. Not that all reboots are bad. Not that all remakes are bad. But I think if you're going to take something that you really want to make impactful, you need to do something from scratch so that it's a new story. It's a new generation. It's something new for them to latch onto. It's like, oh, here's Barbie again, or here's She-Ra again, or here's
Spider-Man again,
or here's Fraggle Rock again, or here's they haven't done the Muppets justice at all. So who knows what's going to happen to that.
It's like you're talking about rebooting Harry Potter. You can't fucking reboot Harry Potter within like 5 or 10 years of it ending.
Yeah, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, you can't touch those two. You can't touch Jaws. You can't touch Back to the Future, although Kyle ruined that for me by suggesting the perfect cast. But
no, it was Kyle and I. Thank you. We literally came up with the most perfect cast, and you were like,
"You're not funny."
No, we were great.
Were you there for this discussion?
No, because I don't watch Back to the Future.
Okay, Pocky, tell him you're casting for Doc and Marty McFly.
Tom Holland's as Marty McFly, Jeff Goldblum is Doc Brown, and hey Bean,
that's gross.
What?
She's not a fan.
Oh yeah, but I mean, like it.
I think the dude. Jesus, who is it? I cannot think of it, but like. The dude that plays, jeez, I have to look it now.
Okay, while you're doing that,
keep talking.
Mike, I'm really mad at you for not opening your
I have the perfect cast.
When I say, hey, knock, knock, secretly open the island. I need to come over and sell fruit. Harley's not paying attention right now, so you're okay. So while she
I am paying attention. I 100% am paying attention. You can't just say my boyfriend's name and then I not fucking pay attention.
So I have to ask
Don't you let him on my island.
Because you guys are acting like, hey, we're announcing a reboot of Fraggle Rock, which is okay. You're just putting something in the Fraggle Rock universe again. My question to you is Fraggle Rock a lore so established that we can't just go, okay, we're doing more of this?
Do more is fine, but to take it
Yes,
back
it's established. You can't fuck with Fraggle Rock.
there's like Will and Grace did it right. They just kind of erased the last season and they said, "Hey, we're going to continue it for 2 seasons," and that was fine. Fraggle Rock going to go back and just rewrite everything.
We don't know that.
Well,
I mean, here's the biggest thing. They have to do part of that because the actor who played the guy who owns the shop that you go through to do the whole thing passed away. So it's either he's going to be his kid or his grandkid or whatever. But it's like, yeah, I'm like, fine. It's just more of the same universe. In fact, if you just say, hey, a thing, I mean, it's not like Fraggle Rock had an established story or anything. Hell, all the segments were non sequiturs.
So when reboots go too far, when the author reboots it, because I saw that Stephanie Meyer announced her new book this week.
She's not rebooting it; it's a sequel.
It's a retelling of the first book for the vampire.
She wrote this book. So she wrote this book back when fucking Twilight ended. Somebody leaked the first chapter. Her editor leaked the first chapter, and she was so fucking mad that she finished posting up the first 2 chapters and said, "Here, now it's out. I'm pissed off, and I don't want to fucking write this book anymore." Now, after 11 fucking years, she pulls this shit back out of her ass and finishes it. And it is based on Edward's perspective. Like, I was the kid that read the books. I was not into the movies, but I was so fucking mad when she made the stupid fucking, like, Twilight sequel thing. Like, why? We didn't need the perspective from Edward.
So this is coming through Edward's point of view.
Yeah.
So what is it? Wow.
She's going to retcon some things. She's going to do it. Harley, I read all 4 books because someone told me I should. I hated them all, but because I think she should have chose Jacob.
I used to like them. I think she should have said fuck it, and she should have went with Jasper and Alice, and just had the perfect threesome with Jasper and Alice. At least Alice gave a fuck about her.
Yeah,
it is a horrible franchise.
Well, it's a fan fiction franchise.
It is. No, okay, so it's worse. It's 50 Shades of Grey is literally a Twilight fan fiction.
Yeah.
It is even
I thought it was the other way around.
Yeah, they had to legally change. No, 50 Shades of Grey is a Twilight fan fiction.
I thought Twilight
was started out on fanfiction.net.
Oh, Lord.
Nope. Twilight was first. 50 Shades of Grey. I actually found the old original fan fiction for 50 Shades of Grey. And it even says, this is a Twilight fan fiction.
And the whole thing is someone was like, I don't think Edward and them are abusive enough to Bella. I need to increase the abuse. I mean, if you want
I need more abuse in my life.
You have to remember, Stephanie Meyer's next book after this is The Host.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. I tried.
That is domestic abuse.
I refused.
I did watch.
I fucking refused.
I can't watch any of them anymore.
I actually, the only thing with Twilight I read was some of the interviews by the directors and the producers that had to deal with Stephanie Meyer, and she was super control freak over it, but not like.
Oh, she was.
Isn't she a Mormon as well?
Yes.
Yes. So there used to be in the last Twilight book. Like in the last Twilight book, there was supposed to be a really good sex scene, and her editor made her take it out because it was like Christian values, and she's like, "I'm a Mormon. Who gives a fuck?"
So as an example, Stephanie Meyer came in and she sat down with the director and says, every vampire has to be white. All of them have to be European white, and they're all European. So the only people who
they're not European white. This is a black guy.
Some of the vampires were actually black.
There was a black guy.
There was a black guy, and it was her friends.
No.
You know,
was he a villain?
You know what crossover I want to see?
Yes, he was a villain.
So the villain was a person of color.
Poppy's
Yes,
like,
he was black.
something. Hey.
So it's even worse. The black vampire is a villain. It's
Oh,
even
Pocky, we're
worse.
not going down this road
No,
anymore.
no, but there is a Indian vampire and Native American vampires and they're black vampires at the end of the movie, on the last movie, because they were who they brought in, or Alice sent in to be like, God, why can't I think of the word? As proof to why the little girl is not a real vampire. They are all sparkling, Mike. They all sparkle.
That was the worst thing ever. Sparkly fucking vampires. How gay could you
They
get?
weren't supposed to sparkle. They were supposed to be granite. They were supposed to granite,
No.
not sparkly.
So yeah, it was.
It's my chocolate. Or without you.
So yeah. Moving on. I want to do this one. So Funimation and Crunchyroll announced the dubbing cast for Tower of God, their big new anime that they've originally produced, based off a webtoons comic.
I thought Crunchyroll was all about the original anime version, the original language.
Okay,
That
that's
was
the problem.
between Crunchyroll and Funimation.
So that's a thing, because there's and I know where Holly's going with this too. Technically, there's no such thing, because the comic book is Chinese or Vietnamese. The production company,
the webtoon is Chinese.
webtoon is Chinese, being produced and made by a company in America, Crunchyroll, and being actually physically made in Japan. So the answer is there is no one connection.
I mean,
It's kind of like what they're doing with Lore Olympus.
Okay.
Yeah. So
because that's why
the new cool thing. So the new cool thing is that I appreciate is they are taking original content from web comic designers and they are turning these into animes, which, you know, some of them I'm all cool with. Some of them I'm like, why are you picking that one? Why that?
Because it's really popular. Same concept.
I don't know. They picked a couple that are not very popular.
So like there's Invader, which is an angel or something who's it's a mystery series. But Tower of God is the big one they're doing. King of High School is the other one. But they have announced the dub. The big one you need to know is the main character is voiced by Johnny Young Bosch.
Yeah.
So it's an official anime now because you have Johnny Young Bosch or Christopher Sabat. You officially have an anime, and Johnny Young Bosch is the voice of the main character. And it will start officially dubbing May 15th.
That should be interesting. I may have to re-up my Verve, but I just signed up for HBO Max, so.
I have Verve.
So
because it came with my Crunchyroll.
Oh, did you hear where Crunchyroll announced that its numbers are better than Netflix? Like this was like a couple months ago. They're like Netflix.
Severely doubt that.
No, because here's the thing. Here's how Netflix works.
So I just got.
Boom. Go ahead.
So I just got Crunchyroll like a month ago, and I can already see why it is so much fucking better.
So, Gavin, the reason is because how Netflix works is it goes at these great highs and then goes into great lows, and they're constantly trying to pump in new product. Where Funimation goes, oh, it's Tuesday, so My Hero Academia just got released, and blah 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 just got released. So we're gonna have all these hits.
My Hero's on Saturdays.
Sorry, My Hero. It's Saturday, so it's My Hero Academia. It's My Life as a Villain. It's Black Clover. It's all these shows. So it's not that they're getting one show getting all the numbers. They're getting 8 shows, and they're getting all the numbers.
Yeah,
they get 8 shows, and then so I like binge watching, which is
I love binge
probably why I have such a heart. I love binge watching, which is probably why I keep my Netflix, is because I binge watch shit in one sitting, and I have a hard time waiting, which makes me antsy, and I'm like, with having to wait for new dubbed episodes, it just makes me mad.
Well, I do the same
which
thing.
Which is why
Netflix just released a new series called Hollywood that I'm going to binge watch. I'm going to binge watch the crap out of that. But like,
I'm doing Beastars. I started it last night.
It
It really is adult Zootopia.
Did you get the episode where the rabbit tried to undress the wolf? Because that's entirely
Yes.
creepy.
So that is where I ended last night, and I was fucking bawling on the couch laughing because I was like, it is adult Zootopia because it's what I wanted Judy to do to Nick.
Oh, anyways,
But yeah, it's that basically what they're saying is they don't have like the Stranger Things or anything. They don't have those shows, but what they have is like 5 shows in a row that every week will air, and they have 5 shows a day at like 6 days a week that people want.
constant.
And so that's where
There's
the,
lots of things.
Like right now, I'm.
And so Mike.
What about Mike?
Oh, continue, Kevin. I was like, so Mike pays for our Funimation. I got Funimation for me, but so like Mike and I use it the most, and we have it on almost every fucking device we own. And if I'm not watching something, him or Jill are watching something. So I mean, there's constantly something for us to watch. It was well worth the $5.99 for the premium that I pay.
I've been binge watching Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell from the BBC because I bought that as a series and I loved it. I hated the book, but I love the series. And I really want to see what they did with War of the Worlds, but you can't really watch it anywhere. So it's like, I'll have to figure that one out. But I'm all about binge watching. Just sit down and spend a day watching that stuff. Like I'll do it till 2 o'clock in the morning, like just one more episode, but I have to stop because I got to do something in the morning. So binge watching is a dangerous thing.
That's what happened with Carnival. That's what happened with Carnival Road. Jill and I said we were going to sit down and watch one episode, and then we were like, oh, one more.
I couldn't.
No, just one more. Here it is. It's 6 o'clock in the morning.
It's still a little further.
I want to.
You got to get further in. It gets better. So the first 3 episodes were really fucking hard to watch. It gets much better.
Well, I'll probably get back into that one after I rewatch Jonathan Strange, Mr. Norrell, because that's such an amazing fucking series.
It's kind of like I binge watched the shit out of American Gods, and I wasn't expecting to like it.
Yes, 100 times yes. Although I was really mad when Karen Gillian left as media because I thought she did a fucking amazing job. Anyways, so
she was fun.
Last thing we were talking about today is some Harry Potter stuff.
We also have Last of Us.
And Last of Us. So Harry Potter, Last of Us. So I bought all the Harry Potter movies in 4K, and I've been watching them. And I was like, you know what the craziest thing is? There is no fandom more serious about anything than what fucking house you belong to.
Oh yeah, no, fuck your astrological sign. It's what house are you?
What house are you? Like Harley's house, I'm going to because it's all the towers, and we're Gryffindor. You know, like, and I figured out.
Yeah,
it would be Ravenclaw. And what are you, Pocky?
I'm a Hufflepuff, sir. I mean,
perfectly cast, like for real.
See, everybody needs a pet Hufflepuff, so
everybody is so. Like, you do not cross those lines. It is the insanest thing I would never have pictured. But
true. It's all about what house are you.
Yeah.
And now there's the combos. What is it? A Grifflepuff?
I'm a Grifferin.
Of course.
Big shock there.
Yeah, of course he would be. So what is this Harry Potter at home?
Okay, so Harry Potter at Home is something that J.K. Rowling did for the fans. She talked to a bunch of like actors and famous people to get them to read the chapters because as somebody like me, I hate the fucking audiobooks. Whoever the dude is that narrates the audiobooks annoys the ever-loving piss out of me. So she got actual they're awful. I cannot. The guy trying to do McGonagall's voice, he sounds like this when he's talking about McGonagall. And
it's this British gentleman, and he's like, "Oh, it's time for oh, hey, I'm Hermione now."
Yeah, just like that, and I can't.
See,
So,
I like
the
Audible
first
when they do the whole
chapter-
cast and crew, but I don't know why they do that for Harry Potter. Like that needs a cast and crew to read it.
Because some of the books were when they
Yeah.
first came out got audibled. So that was when it was just
Yeah.
like a guy in a booth going, and then Harry Potter
is
went on the page into the
Yeah.
Chamber of
So,
Secrets.
yesterday, Daniel Radcliffe read the first chapter of Harry Potter: The Philosopher's Stone. So he read the chapter "Boy Who Lives." Future chapters they're going to be one chapter a week, but future chapters so far they've announced sports star David Beckham. Also, he's in King Arthur. Dakota Fanning from World of the Worlds and Twilight. Stephen Fry, which is the narrator of your fucking childhood, basically. He also played the Cheshire Cat in the Tim Burton live-action movies. Claudia Kim from Fantastic Beasts, she was Nagini. Eddie Redmayne, he is Newt Scamander in Fantastic Beasts. And they have so many more people that are going to be reading these books. But they are narrating a chapter a week. So
Why are
you
they
get
doing a
to
chapter a
watch
day?
the actors. I don't know. They're just doing a week.
Take years.
So, nah, it's going to be fine. They'll probably pick it up.
It'll be done. It will be done by the end of the year. I think there's only like
Yeah, it'll be done by the end of the year.
Oh yeah, because I'm thinking months.
No, not much. Just a week. And so, like, they've got so many, and it's not just like an audio. Like, if you want to listen, just listen to it. That's fine. But they've got the actors sitting there physically with the book reading it, and it's kind of fun to watch. And I really enjoyed Daniel Radcliffe reading the first chapter because he made a lot of funny like faces, and it was great.
Okay, so 17 weeks. The Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets
will take 17 weeks.
Will take 17. No, sorry, not Chamber of Secrets. Philosopher's Stone will take 17 weeks. There are 17 because I looked up how many chapters are in that book, and there are 17. So 17 actors.
22, 37, 38, 30, 37. That's more than a year, y'all. That's at least 2 years.
Well, no. The first book, if they just do the first book.
All of
just the first book.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just the first book.
I thought they were doing
so, like, I think it's funny. So I laughed really hard because a lot of people were going, it's not Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. It's the Sorcerer's Stone, not the Philosopher's Stone. Well, it only became the Sorcerer's Stone in the American version. And it was really funny watching people flip out about that.
Yeah, I someone had a copy of, we got at Fry some copies of the book, and I'm like, oh, this is the British version. Somehow we ended up with the UK UK edition of the book, and someone was like, "How can you tell?" I said, "It says Philosopher's Stone."
Philosopher.
Yeah.
So I have a copy of Philosopher's and Sorcerer's Stone. I also have the Scottish version because it's really funny to look at.
I loved all those books. I love the cover art of all those books. Like, I really want to get the illustrated editions just because that art, I just love that dude who did all that art.
They're gorgeous.
And, yeah, so that's interesting. Once a week, I could see that now. I was thinking they were doing all, like, 7 books. I was like, no.
No, they're just doing the first one.
Yeah, so...
I'm pretty sure they'll do something different with the second one.
Have you looked at all the Hallmark ornaments for this year? They have a bunch of new Harry Potter
Yes.
ones.
I've already pre-ordered them. Don't start with me.
I'm going to get the Aquaman Riding Seahorse. That's the one I have to have this year. But when it comes to audiobooks, I have an Audible account, and I just take chances on random things. And you know what surprised me the most is their Disney What If series. I bought the one.
Yeah, I have all of the physical copies.
Man,
I literally have all of them on my bookcase.
Yeah,
I love them.
I'm remembering, but not at the same time.
What
If series? What was that? I'm remembering it not at the same time.
So the ones I'm reading is What If the Villain Had Won.
Okay.
And so I started, of course,
mine is What If. Yeah, mine is What If the Beast. What if Belle's mom is the fairy from Beauty and the Beast?
Oh, what Belle's mom was the witch? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So
okay, I remember that one. And then isn't there one with What If Ursula? What if the contract would?
There's Mirror Mirror. I got Jill Mirror, which is the evil queen.
Yeah.
So they've got Jafar. They were all of them.
I thought the approach was more adult than I anticipated, but it was a lot of fun.
It was great.
I love the fact that Ursula became this warmongering queen who just kept everybody in fear. Like, that was just great. That was great. And Ariel was like the pissed off mute queen of the sea. And yeah, it was lots of fun. So I highly recommend those, but I've been thinking of getting the audiobooks for Harry Potter for a while because I don't own those books anymore. They all got burned up in a fire. And every time we go to half price books, they only have like the last set of them. They never have the early ones. I'm like, and I want them in hardback. So it's like, oh.
I've got a set of hardback over here in a box on the floor. I've got a set of hardback in the bookcase behind me. I've got a set in the living room. There are multiple copies of that book all over my house.
All right, so last thing
I am 100% okay with this, Mike.
Mike just said Belle and Beast are Roxanne's parents from Goofy movie.
I'm okay with this.
Man, I fucking love a Goofy movie. Anyways, Last of Us Part 2. What do you have, Harley?
Okay, so a lot of people know I absolutely hate Last of Us, just because of how fucking traumatizing the first 4 minutes of that game are. And I can tell you exactly where the game starts in Austin and where it ends in Austin. And because you could look at the street signs and you can tell exactly where it starts. And it starts right by St. Elmo, where I used to work. Because I used to drive past the entire set to drive through Last of Us. I used to drive past that every day for work.
It starts where the St. Elmo Hotel was.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, that would have been the perfect place to start the story.
Right, I know, it's so funny. So The Last of Us Part 2 is coming out, and they just released another trailer, and it is going to be more violent, more intense, and more emotionally dramatic than the first one was. So it is set 5 years after the first game. Ellie and Joel have settled in a thriving society. Something violent disrupts their peace, and Ellie once again has to embark through this fucking toxic wasteland of plant monster things, which I like to call them, to carry out justice. Yeah, they're plant guy zombies. That's what I like to call them. They're plant zombies.
If they're fungus.
So she's gonna go. They are, but they're still a fungus is still a plant.
No, fungus is fungus.
Okay, fungus is fungus. They're still weird plant things. It is still like poison ivy bites back kind of thing. But she's got to find closure. And she basically hunts the people responsible, and the player has to be confronted with devastating physical and emotional repercussions. And I'm like, to me, this just sounds more emotionally dramatic than the first game. Like, the first game, I played through the opening and through the fucking controller. I was that done with that game. So I am just imagining how much fucking worse this is going to be.
That'll be interesting because tomorrow night you can tune into Super Game Bros as we talk about the traumatization of customizable genitalia and Cyberpunk.
So we're not going to talk about the big elephant in the room with that game?
What, Last of Us?
Yeah.
Go right on ahead.
So the big elephant in the room was somebody released all the video footage. Like all the cinemas of that game got released. And at first,
I watched them.
Yeah. So I haven't, because I actually do want to play that game because I actually really did like The Last of Us.
I won't.
So at first they thought it was a member of the staff, because of how horrible Naughty Dog treats its employees, got revenge on Naughty Dog. It turns out, no. It turned out apparently a piece of software Naughty Dog puts on your old software Naughty Dog puts on the PlayStations gets it to a network that people were going backdoor through, and they apparently just they entered the entire Naughty Dog network and just grabbed every file ever.
It's not hard.
So yeah, that's what I was like. Oh, I thought that's what we were talking about was that apparently Naughty Dog got all the video leaked. And
that's how I knew how emotionally fucking traumatic this game was going to be, as I watched the cinematics.
So then the other fun thing is some guy who got really upset that a bunch of video game reviewers gave Fallout 76 either negative or lukewarm reviews because that game is so perfect. Sent out a mass email to multiple media people giving the complete spoiler headlines and breakdown of everything, to them. Like he like mass spammed it to all these game journalists, either small or big, such as Jim Sterling and whatnot. And so, yeah, this guy wanted to get revenge on people who were mean to Fallout 76 by ruining Last of Us 2 for people.
That's
sad.
Where we live is the review bombing of things that are really good just because people want to be dumb, and this leaking things. It's so easy to do. Just don't look at it. I mean, or
if you don't like it, don't look at it.
Like to where people just can't walk in and get it. Like today, someone glitched into the Traveler in Destiny and saw this whole roll of assignment that they never used. Like, who the fuck cares? Like, you look like an idiot trying to do this. First of all, like people,
it's kind of like the people that are hacking the code for Animal Crossing to tell everybody what the new event's gonna be.
Yeah, which I'm a sucker.
Just let it fucking happen.
I have to plan my buildings, which I'm playing right now.
I do too.
I tell Mike to open, but he's too afraid to.
He'll die.
I think the thing is, though, there are people who thrive off that information and whatnot. As an example, someone who got into the Animal Crossing code found all the events. Now Gavin wants to know those events so he can plan ahead.
Well, I look because I want to plan ahead for my buildings. I get it.
Yeah. But then, like,
there's other weird things, like with the people who actively look for the problems. Just this is broken. It's dumb.
Well, except
on Super Game Bros before, but
people that are like glitches, like. So there was when Animal Crossing first came out, they had that glitch with the duplication item where you stuck it on a table and then you could turn and duplicate that. The shit out of that to pay off my house. And, then they took it away with an update. But I didn't update the game until I had finished paying off my house and had an extra, like, 2 million in there. And it didn't really bother me. And now somebody went back through and found a new glitch to do it. And it is like more of a pain in the ass. And I'm like, I'm never going to fucking do that. I don't care to duplicate that item that damn bad, where you have to like weirdly do it, go into your home and move a table 16 times and then exit the room and come back in the room. Like, and I'm like, who has that fucking time?
No one does.
Yeah, how many? Seriously.
So I can tell you how part of it's done is as they run the game, there's a program that can let you see code. And if the code starts doing things, they start noticing. And there's also a thing called task spot, sir.
Yeah, I'm just like, you'll be okay. Anyways, so
I'm lazy.
Plus, also a lot of people are looking for glitches or speedrunners because they're trying to get their times.
Yeah, I don't quite understand the
you can't really speed run Animal Crossing.
Well, no, but I'm talking about other games. I'm not trying to
I was like, especially when they're going to be releasing content for this fucking game for the next year or two, there's like no point in speed running it.
No, I'm not talking about Animal Crossing particularly. I'm just talking about like how people find the weirdest.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just like, yeah, that's what I'm just talking about in Animal Crossing, but like seriously.
My favorite is someone apparently found out if you keep dropping a book on Alex in Fallout 2 and Half-Life 2, she moves like 20% faster.
That's a random thing to discover. Anyways.
I just like beating the shit out of one of my villagers because I hate her.
Oh, I got rid of her.
And she refuses to leave.
Makes me excited.
I can't get rid of Hazel. Hazel refuses to fucking leave.
Well, what I did was I put the amiibo for Julian, the unicorn, on, and finally he wanted to move in, so I kicked out the one I hated.
I have Julian. He was my third villager.
Yeah, I really wanted, so I bought the little amiibo card for it online. I figured, whatever.
I want Raymond. I want Raymond so bad.
All right, so that's it for this episode of Fanservice. We hope you guys had fun. We answered all your questions and had fun with you guys that were watching. I realized that the actual view numbers don't show up in StreamYard as they do over here on Restream, which is quite hilarious. We'll be back next Wednesday, same time, talking about more fun. And don't forget, tomorrow is Super Gamer Bros at 8, and Mondays is the Jill and Harley show, which was fun to watch and listen to. You guys were just like...
She did not... after I got off that stream, she handed me back her soda and said, "This tastes like Karen's bubble."
Yeah, we have to go to the H Mart. Like, I don't know what you're doing tomorrow, but I got
haven't.
5.
I don't know what I'm doing, but I still have 4 cans of that cherry blossom soda. I like it. I think it tastes good.
Yeah,
I on Tuesdays will most likely be streaming.
yeah. So yeah, hit up our. I need you to send me your streaming schedule so I put it on the events calendar to the site. And then Red Web will return at the end of the month or early next month because he's moving. So we just have some fun time in the meantime.
Yes.
I guess Mike and I will eventually get back in the studio and subject some poor fuckers to craft.
Yeah, we might be able to do it later this month because I think the studio opens back up this week and we have our Tuesdays to do whatever we want.
I just gotta get it. My problem is finding schedule for Mike.
Yeah, because he always shows up like the last minute or right in the middle of it.
No, he's working like a redonkulous amount of hours, so.
I like how you're like, redonkulous.
Yes, Mike. Ask Jill about.
Yeah, cherry blossom soda.
Yes, I will. We bought it at H Mart the other day. What did you think that 6-pack of soda was?
Yeah, if you guys go to H Mart again, let me know when you're on the way because you can either swing by, pick me up, or I can meet you up there. Because I really want to go. But so that's it for this
Mike
episode.
and I typically go.
When are you gonna go?
We usually go once a month.
Okay. Yeah, because I want to go there, and I got to go back to Aldi's at some point in time.
I love Aldi's.
Yeah, there's only one in town though, so it's weird. Wait, how are you at work if you're?
We know you're working.
Or was that you, Jill? I mean, Harley.
That was me. I
was like, open up, quick!
No. Mike doesn't get the switch. He's working.
You're sneaky. It's okay. I'm at someone else's island selling all my fruit for massive amounts of profit.
Okay.
Anyway, so that's it. We'll see you guys next week. Have fun.
Bye, guys.
Bye.